Aloha, I'm Paula Brown of Chi-Lightful, and my gift is to help other people unwrap their gifts through visual storytelling. I'm a quick sketch artist and a purpose coach. And with me today, I have the wonderful opportunity to talk to Lorenzo Hickey of SHAPESHIFT World. And we recently did a sketch quest to find out more, and so he could see more of who he was and how to communicate it quickly with his internal team. So hi, Lorenzo. How are you? I'd like to introduce you after you say hi.
Hey, Paula, how are you? Great to have you talk to me and interview me in this way. I love the sketch quest, so I'm excited to get going.
Great. Well, let me tell you a little bit more about Lorenzo. I'm the sketch quest person that draws everything out. And then he gets a summary after an hour-long conversation. But his company is really fascinating. SHAPESHIFT World, Lorenzo helps entrepreneurs hire him to kickstart and accelerate their business. And I want to read this, and I just want to make it really 100% sure. Entrepreneurs hired Lorenzo and his team because most are chasing shiny objects, paralyzed in analysis, or getting ready to get ready while striving for perfection rather than taking action to fix the leaky holes in their business. So Lorenzo and SHAPESHIFT World helps automate your business using strategies, best-of-breed products, tools, and services so they can scale and grow your business and customer list. The bottom line is that they make a difference and help you do things you need to do and take away stuff you don't like to do or want. They leverage your skills and resources so you have fast path to cash. And I love Lorenzo because he's very purpose-oriented and intent-wise, and I work with authentic-driven leaders and companies, so we both help uncover purpose. So Lorenzo is absolutely wonderful, and he's a delight to work with, so I encourage you to get a hold of him. And we did a sketch quest, and a sketch quest is an hour-long conversation where I ask intuitive questions. I'm an intuitive storyteller and heartist. I call myself a heartist because everything comes from the heart. And I asked him questions based on his one primary question that he formulates for me to have the interview. And his question was all about getting clarity and focus on the SHAPESHIFT World brand. And really to double check if everybody was seeing their mission, their vision correctly. And through these illustrations and a summary, that's exactly what happened. So I'd like to share the screen about a sketch quest. What we do together is talk for an hour, and then I quickly write notes and do quick sketch, and then it comes out within 48 hours back to my client as a visual summary where you can share internally and proceed from there. So this is the sketch quest that Lorenzo and I did. So I'm going to share the screen and bring up the sketch quest for SHAPESHIFT World. So here we go. So this is just the primer for it, and the intro is what is the value and focus of SHAPESHIFT World? That was the big question. So Lorenzo, you can speak away and comment about what values you got from getting this all in pictures.
Sure, absolutely, Paul. Well, I think first of all, the sketch quest process is brilliant because having a core question where you're trying to answer in various ways and get to the same answer. So it's a process that really digs deeper into not only your personality as a leader or in the leadership position of a company, but also as a human being in what you're bringing to the market. So one of the greatest parts about our company is we are very passionate about making a difference in other companies' lives. So I use the word leverage. So here, when we talk about a real passion, it really is creating a flow or putting ourselves into life. So when you start looking at this, we start the illustrations start to talk about how do we create action. I'm an action-based purpose. So the first slide just creates an energy around creating purpose and being a purpose-driven business. That's our client base. Our ideal client is somebody who knows who they are, they know where they want to go, and they have some vision of how they're going to get to market. So one of the things we really was clear to us is we had to share with people what brings us together. And if you can tell, this is a wonderful zipper-based slide. So if you're actually creating the zipper of life and creating continuity or getting alignment, in this slide, you're actually able to see where our value system should align with our clients. So from a messaging standpoint, it's really easy to say, hey, does this feel right? Do these words resonate with you as an individual or a business? And if they do, we're working together. Yep. Conversely, this image represents the other side of that, right? There's yang and there's yang, and there's black and there's white. And our sense is we only want to work with people that are key and interested in doing the right thing. So we actually want people to self-select out. So this slide gives us a great sense of if you're a negative person, you're not interested, then the zipper's broken, life is broken, you're not broken as a person, but we're not in alignment as a company. And so this is great to be able to do that. Ultimately, one of the things that's really important to us is that our clients give in a collaborative way, working with us, and then we give back in a collaborative way. So this slide with the duplicitous arrows and them working back and forth is showing the give and take of who we are and how we're supposed to show up. So again, it's a models our business solution because, as Paula read in the intro, we're here to serve, and if we're here to serve, we want to do it in a way that augments and supports their resources or your resources. So it's just a great slide to see that, talking about our promise and who we are and where we want to go.
And this slide we really, really liked because, you know, ShapeShift World offers so many things. And the key or the foundational piece is really love and respect for their clients. And so by talking about this, I mean, you can blast a feature list up on a screen share, but by showing this in art, people get it and people remember it, and they get where Lorenzo's trying to take them, as well as the team gets on board. So we really love this one.
Yeah, it worked out terrific. And I think what the genesis of this was when Paula asked me the question, what is your end game? What is it you're trying to achieve? And what is it your clients should feel as they're working with you? And so we drew the image and the imagery of a home, a place of support, a place of resources where you feel good, you feel about you feel like you're achieving what you want to achieve. And what we love about the opening of the arch, and certainly the keystone component of love, is that the welcome home that some of our clients and some of our employees said, it's bi-directional. You can be walking into the home or coming out of the home and creating the right energies. So it really turned out to be an amazing picture representation, and it's so full service and full circle. So it was really terrific. And at some point, seeing that in color is pretty off the charts.
Yeah. Plus, Lorenzo came up with a great thing in our interview where he says, I said, well, I asked, what is the promise? What's the value are you going to give your customers? And he came up with this baseline X-ray. And I said, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. And this pretty much says what ShapeShift World does for you too. And so all in one visual, rather than talking to somebody for 20 minutes about what you do, you can just show them a visual.
Yeah, and so this, again, the picture representations were terrific. One of the things that's really important to us as a company is that we work with our clients, we get to know them from the inside out. So what makes us different is not only do we want to hold your hand through the process and make a difference in building your business, but we also want to do it by knowing who you are, so that as our communications and our business models support you, we're doing it in a way that's living in your integrity as well. So having the X-ray metaphor was just fun because, like, oh yeah, we have to start somewhere. And so that was our baseline X-ray. So loved Paula's interpretation of the work we do. And certainly as you get a chance to read it over time, you'll see the value in getting to know who you are.
Yeah. And also, the whole thing, I've been talking to Lorenzo for a while about his company, and it's a real journey. And how do you show that to people in less than 30 minutes? And so you give them a map. And so that's how this map summary came. And it's a visual representative of, what journey ShapeShift World takes you on.
Yeah, thanks, Paula. And this was one of the other, I think we took it sort of the top two slides, the one about home and kind of creating the value proposition and where we want you to be. The other side is how do we get there, right? And so what's happening is whether it's a personal journey or a business journey or some combination of the two, this map and this metaphor and this life look at who you are and where you are in that journey has been terrific. And it's just really changed the way we have the conversations, whether we're at a trade show or whether we're having a one-on-one dialogue or whether we're at a special events. People see the journey map. We've blown it up in a big visual tabletop. And so people can say, hey, we ask you, where are you on your journey? So we use it as a lead magnet. We use it as a conversation piece. But what's really important about this message and this journey is we all go through multiple journeys in our lifetime. So this map is repetitive and it can be repurposed. So literally, if you're in the early stages of spirituality or your early stages of business, we can walk you through this process. So it really has helped us completely talk to our client base and say, let's identify where you are today. So Paula, I can't thank you enough for this one, because this one is a keeper for sure.
Yeah, because, sometimes in visuals, you think you have all in conversation, you think you have communicated all your tools, like this one says, like, what precisely are your tools? And people think they know, but it isn't quite all there until they see it. So how can you communicate something unless you can really see it? Or how can you be seen unless you can show it? And one of the things that I'm an expert at is making people visible. So this makes your tools visible instantly to people.
Yeah, it's really neat, because what it does is it also opens up the dialogue around how we serve our clients, because at the cornerstone, or the sort of the side of this, we're a heart-based business. Certainly Paula is a heartist. So we bring that heart to life. So the visual is awesome. And we really focus on truth and trust as our sort of sidebar. So those are the boundaries or the guardrails that we use. So this tool set conversation now says, we don't care where you are in your business life cycle or your business maturity. We have a set of tools that support you. So it really just opens up a very clean, simple dialogue that makes more sense to anybody. So yes, this has been a great tool set for us as well.
Yeah, these sketches really bring a lot of quick focus and clarity. Like this one, you live into your purpose. It's what Lorenzo was talking about. Bringing it from inside out. And that's both of our specialties, bringing it from the heart inside, making your vision real. And then he really, really loves to create community and family. And it's all based on the previous wonderful things that are in his tool set, as well as his vision personality. So this is just his family tree, so he can give it to other people to show, their family tree. And, it's really making all of the things that Lorenzo and SHAPESHIFT World cherish, their passion, their gift. It unwraps it and it shares it with other people very quickly.
Yeah, and I think, Paula, when we've talked about different modalities that we use to get to know ourselves, we've used hand analysis and working with Beth Davis and others. And one of the things I know about myself is I'm School of Love and School of Wisdom. So this is a great sense of helping people express who they are. That's the love-based scenario for me, but also have the wisdom and the maturity to understand how to bring that to life in set of tools and building someone's business. So this becomes really what was when we were finished in our conversation, although we had many conversations previously in post, it was like, yes, I just love helping people. And so this was the perfect sort of way to describe that.
It gives you permission to show who you are in a very quick and unintimidating way. And, if other people are like that, they can join you. It's a magnet. And then, we went on to another, what are the pieces that are his vision, his value, his focus, really concisely. A lot of people talk about this for a half an hour and you still don't know what they're talking about. If you give them one illustration, voila, there you are.
And what's really key is that we offer in sort of the opening statements that Paula shared, we either kickstart or accelerate your business. So we are a catalyst for change. We are a catalyst for positive change. And so this gives us a chance to show you in our conversations, like, we're here to help, but we're also here to make you accountable, and we're also here to put solutions in place that make your business grow. So we are about immediate impact, and as she said, Paul said, fastest path to cash. We focus on background is accounting, so I want you to make some money. So we really want to focus on doing the right thing, keeping it clear, and knowing that once we prove with you that we can support you, we have models that let us do it. We can do things for you, we can do things with you, or you can do it yourself. So we were really here to serve in a way that's appropriate.
Yeah, and I can speak from my own working with Lorenzo as a partner in the Sketch Quest that it's all real, and the connections are made by love. He's an igniter. He ignites hearts. I'm also a heart igniter, so we have a lot of alignment together, which is really magical. And yeah, he's just totally aligned from his heart value, and that's what came out in this interview. And for an hour interview, you can see where the focuses are going. So it validates, and it makes people visible, and it makes it shareable. So it's just really an amazing journey that we took together. And it only took an hour. And Lorenzo got his Sketch Quest within 48 hours to share with his people. And I just really loved it. So Lorenzo, what's the greatest value that this Sketch Quest gave to you?
Well, it's funny because I'm a talker, so creating alignment and giving me a platform to speak to was the easiest thing, because I'll go off on tangents and talk about different things. So the Sketch Quest #1 value proposition was a consistent, honorable, loving way to show with our internal team and our business partners to talk about who we are and how we show up and why we show up in the way that we do. And eventually became a tool for our clients. But really, it was an internal tool initially when we started, because we needed to get very clear on rebranding who we are, our messages, our websites. And so it was terrific from that perspective. So that was the first point. And we were really ready. We were ripe for let's just get something that we can talk about, something that we can say consistently. And that continuity, absolutely far away, is the best part of this journey.
Yeah. The more I talked to Lorenzo before we did this Sketch Quest, the more I realized how it's uncomplicated, but it's very complicated because you have so many tools. Mm-hmm. And so I'm sort of like a synthesizer. I'm a natural focus and clarity creator through these sketches, and that's my gift. I synthesize to the essence of the gift that people are giving. And I'm just amazed at how many things and how many benefits ShapeShift World has for people. And that can be quite an adventure to describe and to speak about and to come to a very quick focus for. So this has really been fun because I really saw how a Sketch Quest can get the pure focus down, the key focus, very, very fast. So he could share internally and he could share it publicly. And I'm just so appreciative because just in an hour, I really got to know Lorenzo, and I got to know his company. And it's an amazing company that's aligned with purpose, respect, love, and the passion that he has for community and doing the right thing. So I just have to thank Lorenzo. It's been so enjoyable and such a fun thing to do. And I'd love to give the people an indication of how to get a hold of you. So let me get your screen share up here for who you are and how to get a hold of you. That would be great. So there it is. Lorenzo, do you have anything that you want people to know?
Well, I think a couple of things just about the Sketch Quest. I want to speak to that, but I also want to speak to, certainly if you go to our website, shapeshiftworld.com, you'll find us at our website as well, but certainly text me or call me. But what I think is also great about the Sketch Quest is that, as Paula alluded to, but I want to say it differently, is not only we don't always see ourselves. And so the value proposition that Paula brought was she could see through and see me in a way that was consistent, and then she brought that to the Sketch Quest. So it's an intangible as a part of the process and a part of that journey. The other thing I want to say is we are a technology company. So by all means, you can text in and get connected with us. So if you text the word WORLD, WORLD, to the phone number 72,000, so it's a short key word and a short phone number, that text world to 72,000, we'll get connected. And that's just how we roll.
That's great. And I must attest to the fact that Lorenzo's a genius at list creating and technology. And that's where this all kind of started out. But I think he's correct. It's like, how can you see? How can you be seen if you don't know how to see? And it's just amazing what these sketch quests do for people. And the interviews, I mean, I even remember Lorenzo tearing up at one point when he had this aha moment that, he's been talking and talking about his business, but then when it really comes down to the short strokes, what touches you in your heart? And I think that came out in the sketch quest, and I was very, very blessed to have that happen. And I'm just so grateful and so thankful for this sketch quest. So it's all about being visible, finding out what your gifts are, showing them very, very quickly and clearly, because none of us have very much time. And speaking of time, here's how you can get a hold of me. And I'll get my little advertisement up there. So you get hold of me at Chi-Lightful. I'm Paula Brown. I'm a heartist. I ignite hearts. I get people unstuck and going again because, as Lorenzo said, I see the holes, and sometimes you can't see those when you're too close to them. It's like the ketchup in the refrigerator. So get a hold of me at www.chilightful.com or give me a call at 310-621-8512 or text me. So that's moi. And I just want to really thank Lorenzo. It's just been great. It's been a wonderful journey, and I hope to be riding again on the same train. So good luck. Get a hold of Lorenzo. Get a hold of me. And thank you, mahalo, and aloha.
Bye for now. Thank you.